What up, weirdos? It's your boy Raindrop, Raindog, Range Rizzle, and my co-host, co-captain, Cold Conspirator, Uncle Juju,
What is up, babies?
and our special guest of the night, John. What up, dog?
You.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's right above us, as you see, if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, or if you're listening. That's the homie John. You know what I'm saying? He's a good homie, and he's one of our mods over on Twitch, and my little partners on Whatnot. So if you don't know, make sure you follow us on Whatnot at Fried Rainy, and that's FRIEDRAINI. And then also, we do this once a week. Make sure you subscribe, you know what I'm saying? But what up, my dudes? Welcome back to Back from Hell, your Spotify, YouTube podcast where you didn't know everything you needed to know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? Got the goons on the pod, ready to talk some shit. We actually have some. I got a couple ideas brewing in the pot for everybody tonight. So, or today, whenever you're listening to this, we're recording this at 1:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh yeah, speaking of that, make sure you follow us on Twitch at BrainDeadXTV. Every Friday and Saturday, we stream at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do a live podcast where you can get in the chat, talk your shit, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Welcome back.
That was smooth as fuck. That
Thank
was like butter.
I gotta.
It's like you've done it a couple times.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's fucking like burned in my fucking skull. Speaking of things burned into my fucking skull, here is a book as you see here. If you're not watching and you're listening, it's a book called Berserk by Kentaro Murar. I don't know how to say his last name.
Rawr.
Rest in peace to homie. He has passed away. But yeah, man, if you don't know about Berserk, fucking old boy Guts has this little logo burned into it or edged into his neck. That was a good way to transition into this. Basically, Juju has never really read a manga, right? Other than Deadpool Samurai, and that doesn't really count. Yep. And I got it recently, and I was looking at the art, and I was like, this is so up Juju's alley, like the lore, like everything, the mythos, like this screamed Juju. So I was like, all right, dude, let's just talk about it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, let's not go into a whole fucking deep dive of what this book is, but more so like as a guy who's never read a manga, like, you know, I want to get some of your takes, some of your insights, like what you thought was good, what you didn't like maybe, or what you didn't understand, whatever it may be. But if you guys aren't aware, Berserk is a crazy ass manga, and it is so much that I can't even really describe what it's about. You know, and I've also only read the first volume, I guess you could say it is, and kind of figure out a lot, but you don't.
Yeah, there's
there's like 16 more of these as well, or like 4 or like 13 more, some shit like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's a lot of reading to be done, my boys.
Dude, look at that thing.
No, this thing is no joke, bro. But I'm not gonna lie to you. So, I bet one thing Juju's gonna tell y'all, this is a very quick read, in my opinion.
Yes.
They're like
very, very quick.
Like a lot of there's like a lot of like multiple pages. If you guys are watching online, or if you're listening, I'm sorry you can't. But there's a lot of pages that's just like this. You know what I'm saying? Like 2.
Yeah. Oh, that's so dope though.
Yeah, bro. Like it gets fucking gnarly. So like it looks like a fuck ton, but when it's a lot of that, it's kind of like, okay, like you just gotta like interpret the art, you know, and like do what you gotta do. But I'm not gonna lie, This is my favorite manga I've read to date. Like, I haven't read that much, but this tops everything I've read.
This was a nice cherry pop for me. Gonna be honest with you. I swear on my life, I need to go back in time and go talk to the weebs at my high school and fucking apologize to them.
Oh
for
no,
being
okay.
assholes.
No, bro, fuck the kid who's Naruto running in the hallway. You can read manga and not be a fucking weirdo. Like
No. We never say fuck those guys.
I know. I know. I'm just,
cannot
I
do
need
that.
to-
okay, fuck the kid who was hissing at me in the hallway who hung out with the Naruto running kid.
All right, yeah, that guy.
Well,
That guy.
and you know what? I'll also say, fuck me for being an American elitist, saying that American comic books are the shit and they're the end all be all. Because that was my mindset at that time.
They
Yeah, I
are
know.
better. They are better.
That was me with Batman.
Yeah.
I feel that.
First off, the whole left to right thing kind of threw me off. So, like, for a good 3 or 4 panels, I had no idea what was going on. It took me a second to kind of figure out, how things were going. But once you figured out, once you cracked the code, it was fucking quick. It was like, holy shit! I read 100 pages.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You just
Like-
start flying through it, and it's like,
Yeah,
like, oh fuck, no wonder all these weebs like read a fuck ton of manga, like, cause it's just like if it's all like that, I don't know if it is,
Yeah.
but if it is, like, I could just fucking breeze through. Not even breeze through, but like, it's almost like it's a huge blessing when you see like those giant detailed panels, like John was saying, that shit looks
Yeah.
like crazy. Like there is so much of that in Berserk. Like, and that's what I really loved is like, uh, Aro, he like abuses all that space. You know what I mean? Like, other than on the character Puck, or whatever her name was, Puck,
yeah,
Puck the fairy.
yeah.
She's like the only thing that he left like open negative space, like to keep her kind of like petite looking, but like
Yeah,
guts,
like Tinkerbell, but-
guts, all of the characters, they all were like so detailed to the core, and like it was just gnarly, bro. Because you're used to like looking at these panels with color, and that's usually like what makes everything fucking pop. But this dude's making everything go crazy with just black and white and gray, like whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
making
it
you
looks like pencil etchings.
Dude, you hold
like-
up. Java says sub.
Oh no. Let you go.
You good? We just
I don't know. Yes.
yeah. What are you gonna say, John?
Oh, I was gonna say like letting you use your imagination to like kind of fill in the space.
Oh, 100%, and that's why I think it
Yeah.
like appeals to everybody so much because like everybody like has like the same idea, but a little bit of like their own idea of like what this would look like in color, and it leave like you said, it leaves the mind to wonder, and that's always like a good thing to do. It makes you think more about the comic than you usually would, or well, manga in this scenario more than you usually would. But yeah, dude, nah, I dug it, and I really, I like love hate Guts, the main character.
Yeah.
Like, I understand his point of view though. Like, if you guys don't know, this man has that logo etched into his neck, and it brings demons to him. Like it basically, he's like a sacrifice, is like what I understand by the end of the book, and it brings demons to him. And the closer he gets to demons, the weaker he becomes, and like the stronger the demon, the weaker he gets. Because when they get the Bephilet or whatever, and they open that portal, and fucking the God Hand shows up, he's like super fucking weak. And that kind of painted the picture for me when that happened. That like, oh, this guy is such a fucking like stern hole prick, because he literally just is followed by death. Like there is no there's no breath of fresh air for him, and if there is, it just the next breath is death. Like not for him necessarily, but everybody he encounters because he meets those like the one part of the story where he meets the girl and the priest, like her father, and he's like, "You don't want to bring me along. All I do is bring death." And sure enough, the girl dies, and then the girl ends up killing the dad or whatever, and then he kills fucking the girl, and it's like, yo, like, holy shit, bro. Like, your life is fucking dark, my man. Like, no wonder you're an asshole. Like, you're not really being an asshole. You're kind of trying to prevent people from dying when you tell them to fuck off every second.
Yeah, and he even says that like when he's talking about how he doesn't like weakness because it's like when you're around me, you got to be able to protect yourself. Like I can't constantly save your ass from the shit that's coming after me. You know?
No, 100%. And like in the book, you find out there's a lot of shit coming after him. Like and
Yeah.
a lot of people know him, the Black Swordsman. The best thing about Guts, dude, and John, I think you would love this. It's very Dragon Ball Z of them, and also One Piece feeling. Guts has a sword that's literally described as just a giant piece of iron. Like it looks like a sword, but it's so raw and like dull. Like there's no real like edge to it, and it weighs
Yeah.
like 1,000 fucking pounds. But it's like literally the size of him, and he just carries it around like nothing. And he's a dude
Yeah.
like your size, but like 200 less
Sure.
pounds.
All right. I don't know. You guys have done a very good job at kind of describing everything. I was wondering, all right, so if like my perspective, I've never read it before. I've never really even heard of it other than talking to you guys about it beforehand. If you could like summarize it and give it a rundown on like what is it exactly about, like shorthand, without
So
going too far into it.
So all I know, like straight up, all I know is what I've read in this book. And like one YouTube video where it talked about his armor and I turned it off because I didn't want to spoil anything. And from what I understand, Guts is a dude who is basically burned with an emblem that is just hunting down like demons and monsters and like possessed people, and eventually it seems like he's trying to kill these people, the God Hand who branded him in the first place.
Okay. All
And
right.
the God Hand basically like controls all demons and spirits, like all the like demons and shit like that. Like they control where they go and how they're used and like what needs to be sacrificed. Like they show up when you sacrifice and want power for shit and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it seems
All
like
right.
Guts has a thing out against one of the ones in particular, which is Griffith, because they do at the end of the end of this volume, they do a flashback called the Golden Age, where he's like basically like in a siege with Griffith. So Griffith was human at one point, apparently, is what I'm learning. The God Hand. So from what I understand, Guts is just a dude who's out to get the God Hand and all these demons. That's what I know so far. And I really
All right.
don't want to look up more because I want to just kind of like take it in as I get it, if that makes sense.
I got you. All right.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much he wants his revenge, and they're kind of trying to keep him from getting his revenge type deal at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah, pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay. All right. All right.
And they're
I
just
like
kind of,
that.
and they're kind of
Yeah.
just like making his life hard. Like from what I understand, like
Yeah.
they're like they're I don't know. It seems like everybody knows him and like what and like all this shit, and like they seem not worried about him either right now. They're like, have you not even noticed the Black Swordsman? They're like, he's not even worth my acknowledgement. And he's like, oh, I'll show you what's worth your fucking acknowledgement. And then he tries to kill him, and like that's when like they really start getting buck wild. But yeah, he's pretty much just this dude out for revenge and like
Yeah.
doesn't fuck with these dudes. And I think there's more to it, and we're gonna find out. Like, oh, I also do know this because in the Golden Age they teach you. I didn't want to spoil this for Juju, but I'm going to for John. Uh,
Oh
Gut
damn.
Guts
Sorry,
was
Juju.
Guts was born from a dead woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and like he's been like a soldier, like he's been like a warrior, like knight sieging motherfucker his whole childhood and life.
Is that
But
why they call him Guts?
that's just what I think his mom named him straight up, or not mom, but whoever.
I was about to
Yeah.
say there's no way that's why.
We're gonna find out though. Maybe I missed it, but I thought it was cool, man. As a guy who reads primarily comics, it was a very nice transition into to reading manga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Also,
don't think. Oops, sorry, Juju.
Nah,
I
go
did it
ahead.
again.
Nah, you're
No, I
good.
did it again. I'm sorry. No, it's Juju's turn. I'm shutting up.
um, sorry. I one thing I'd like to point out. This is kind of like a sort of mystical era in like I want to say like Japan or a lot of Eastern like influences and stuff, even in the mythology itself.
Yeah,
But
or
there's also a lot of
Japan or
Western influence.
Korea. I don't know which. I don't know which
Yeah.
one.
There's also a lot of Western influences. So when they're talking about specific demons, like the succubus, the nightmare demon that attacks him in the cart, not
Yeah,
spoilers,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we talked about what it is, and that is rooted from Christian mythology. The whole
Okay.
like the seed of the person who died, who is taken and then made into this thing that is Christian mythology.
Huh.
Um,
All
so
right,
there's
yeah.
influences of that,
I
and
definitely,
it's
I definitely got that vibe when the whole. They're literally called the God Hand. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
yeah, that and
or
like
even the fact that they
it's all
have
like knights and
the
armor and
priest,
shit.
you know.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
priest.
it's also a weird like they have like a weird Western armor too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Guts is a cool fucking character though. Like he
Yeah,
has that big ass sword, and then he has an arm that is cut off, and it's a fucking cannon and like an automatic crossbow. It's like a crossbow that can dump like 150 arrows at a time, and then he can just open it up, and it shoots a cannonball.
Oh, that's very Western.
Yeah, like he's fucking like it's pretty badass, and like I don't know, man. I definitely, if you haven't read Berserk, you definitely should. I think I think this is something that like comic readers, like anime watchers, like Dragon Ball Z people, Samurai Jack, or like just people who watch Teen Titans, like I think even like those kind of people could get into Berserk. Like cuz they're all like our age now and like it's pretty like gruesome. As long as you can get
yeah,
over Puck.
yeah. I kind of too annoying and cutesy for this world
I think
that
that's
he's
the whole
created.
point though, because it works. Because it's like nothing in this world is like cutesy and like Guts is just full of death. Like it just kind of it's a little bit of balance is what it is. I didn't mean it like I don't like Puck. I'm saying there's people who won't like Puck, which obviously is
Yeah.
you. Um,
Also gave me very, very strong Link vibes when he'd be like walking and she'd be like behind his shoulder, you know.
yeah, yeah. I feel that. I feel that. I mean, dude, without Puck, he wouldn't have made
Yeah,
it
he
through
wouldn't
a
have
lot
made
of
it out.
shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like Puck saved his ass. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, dude. I don't know.
We all need a puck in our life.
You know what I'm saying, dude? That's like dead ass. That's what I learned from Berserk Volume 1. Get a puck.
Everybody get pucked.
Oh God.
yeah,
Fucking A, dude. I mean, dude. So with talking about manga, there's been so John, I know you're a comic book guy. Juju, you're more of just like a reader and whatnot. Uh, but so Ultimate Spider-Man came out, and as soon as it came out, that shit skyrocketed to like $50. It's like mellowed out at like 30, 40, and it's only been out for like a month, and it was like a $4.99 comic because it sold out. And then Ultimate Black Panther came out, and I did read that, and that was pretty good. But that also was selling for like $30 a cover, the cover A and the Boss Logic cover, and that's been out since like Wednesday, and on
Boss Logic always goes crazy. Boss Logic skyrockets every time they do something.
yeah, I kind of do agree with that. But that's kind of like my point is how do you like what do you think like what are your thoughts on like these books skyrocketing? Like you think they're going to go up? You think they're going to go down? Do you think like I don't know, like are you
I don't
I'm
know.
Go ahead.
I think these days, I think people are relying more on the availability, and they're producing less of them, and that's why they're probably going to stay around where they're at for a longer time. Because back then it was for the readers, and they were mass producing, and they were putting out so many and so many. It is harder to find good quality old books, but there's plenty of them out there if you want one just to own or to read. If you want like a 9.8 or 10.0 one, good luck. But there's a plethora out there if you want to just buy one to have. Now they're making them, all right, well, this is one of 50. This is one of
Well,
100. This is one of,
hold on.
they're playing on quantity.
Hold on though. But that's what I'm saying with Ultimate Spider-Man, it was kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Spider-Man cover A, the regular cover, you know what I mean? Not the incentive or one in whatever. It was literally just a cover A, and that one was the one that did the biggest like jump. Like if you do it like mathematical wise, like obviously there's like the 1 in 100 that just off rip costs more, but the
Yeah.
cover A went from $4.99 to $50 like over fucking night.
No,
And
it's the same thing they do with like shoes and stuff. They mass buy them so that way nobody else can get them. And then they go through and
oh yeah,
run them
no,
up.
I agree. I agree. I think
Those will drop over time.
I don't know. I think the cover A will probably be I personally think the cover A will be the most expensive because that one is like that's like supposed to be the like reader copy cover type shit. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
I
gonna
feel like more
if
people
you
are
have
gonna
if you
read that one.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, if you have an old copy in great condition, good luck. That's what I was saying. Like, if you can find a 9.8 or a 10.0 in one of those old books that they sold thousands of, good luck. But you're not going to find
Excuse me.
something like I don't know. I'm trying to come up with one that I can compare it to.
What are you trying to compare it to? Old book in a good grade?
Yeah, yeah. Like if you can compare
Oh,
something that they made like a whole bunch of back in the day that they were selling for reader copies. It was pretty much all strictly for the readers back then. Nobody was really collecting. But
ah,
now
mm,
you know where I'm going with this. Like
yeah,
there
yeah.
you're
I
gonna
get.
have a hard time you're gonna have a hard time finding a really good copy. Like Amazing Spider-Man and Carnage, first appearance Carnage, mint condition.
No,
You know what I
I know what
mean?
you're saying. I mean, it's like trying to find it like Amazing Fantasy, whatever, blah blah blah, or like a fucking, you know what I mean? Like a super or fucking what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Superman #1 or whatever? Action Comics.
Comics number
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, like try to find that in like a 9.8, like
yeah.
not graded. Like, you're fucking crazy, bro. Like I get it. Like,
Yeah, compared to, like, knowing off rip what you're getting and knowing it's gonna be a collectible, you're not gonna fuck with it. You're gonna be like, "Alright, this is what it is.
well,
I'm keeping it this way."
I think I don't. I don't know, man. I think some people had the spec there, but I think a lot of people were just buying it to read and they didn't get, you know what I mean? Like I'm one of
No.
them. I got one copy. I knew it was going to maybe spike, but I only got one copy and I got the expensive, I got the one that like we're talking about and I don't know. I mean, I sold
Well
it. It's gone now. I was going to
oh,
sell
well,
my
I was about to say, fucking hang on to it then, dude.
No,
But
I sold that bitch. I I sold it at peak.
Hey,
I was
get it while
gonna
it's hot.
I was gonna sell my Black Panther because like I like it, but like I don't think the Ultimate Universe is some like I don't know. I'm picky about what's like I'm super clingy to, you know? Like
Juju, I have a question.
Sure.
What is
Fire.
what is a book that you have you looked for like something that you want to buy for like a personal collection lately and you've been blown away by the price of?
he's like, why are you not asking me?
I know.
Oh,
I want to include Juju. I want Juju to be a part of
no,
this
you're
because
good.
me and you are like going back and forth, and I'm like, damn, Juju's just like sitting here watching us have this
All
like
right.
heated debate, and I'm like,
I was in Richmond Comics, and I was walking like on the back wall where they have like all the vintage comics, and I was looking through, and I think I found like Batman from like 1964 or whatever. I think it was Batman 66, and I was looking at it, it was like $400 or $500, and I was like, for old school Bat, like
oh
you know,
yeah,
Yes, yeah.
you know,
Yes,
I was
man.
like,
yeah,
Like
oh wow,
yeah.
yeah, man. Like those are the keys, the heart of like where the shit started. Like
For a book that like our parents used to like ride a bike down to the gas station and like buy it
bring
for 50 cents and then fold it in half, put it in their back
yeah,
pocket, and ride a bike
well,
home like
dude,
with it in their back pocket. That same book is worth like $300 now if it's in good condition.
yeah,
I mean that's what I'm saying. Like imagine being somebody who's like imagine you've never been into comics or you've been in like you like X-Men. Like you really like the movies and the show and whatnot.
yeah,
So you're like, "Oh, I'm going to get into X-Men comics." Anything below 160 like X-Men wise is going to be like especially the first 12 are going to be fucking expensive. But like everything under 160 is like guarantee if I'm correct like $50 or more like an issue. So like you need like a year's salary just to collect like the fucking first
yeah.
160 of X-Men.
I mean,
Well, more so, I was talking more like singular issues, not like buying a whole
No, I'm
like
not but that's
one
what
through whatever.
but it's still the same thing what I'm saying though like that's what I'm saying though. Like if you're trying to collect issues even and you're just buying like you want to buy like some old X-Men, it's like well fuck me if I want to buy anything before 160, which is considered
Yeah,
like the older shit, like you're spending at least $50, which is to Juju's point, like you know what I mean, just on a smaller scale.
yeah,
yeah.
yep.
Um, like
You can always
I
buy a
mean,
reader copy though.
Well, I'm saying
yeah, or
it all boils down to the condition of it.
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, like just the fact that like even the paper quality is different now. Like
Oh
back
yeah,
then, it used to be newsprint that they would
yep,
print their comic books on, and the ink doesn't like last as long on newsprint. It fades over time,
It
and
yep,
also
like
fucking
now
rips easy as
it's
shit.
yeah. You might
yes,
as well have
yeah,
wrote on toilet paper.
and like
It's nice for like a nostalgia factor, but it's like you're trying to read those old books without ripping them, and it's like, God damn it, bro! Like,
it's also funny how like a lot one of the main contributing factors why Action Comics #1 is probably like the highest seller of all time is the fact that like right after it came out, World War II broke out. So all the paper products and stuff that they needed got recycled. So like, what was the first thing to go? Comic books, you know,
Mhm.
like, comic
Th-
books, newspapers, magazines. That was the
wonder
order,
how many
you know.
Action Comics #1s got fucking recycled.
Oh, dude, I don't even want to think about it.
That is pretty depressing. Not gonna lie, it's a lot of money just being recycled. Got it.
And like another kind of weirdo like factoid about comic book market is a lot of the books from the '90s they've now kind of recovered from the comic book crash because for a long time those books were basically worth.
Let
Right
him
now,
cook.
he's
Let him
not.
cook.
I mean,
Well, I'm
I
saying that
would if
like
I would agree. I just don't. Right now is like the best time to buy into comic books. Like,
no, I'm saying
shit
like
is.
the market has since recovered, but like those comic books at the time when that crash happened, their value went to nothing. They were
I mean,
literally
yeah,
worthless.
yeah, but I'm just
I think they
saying.
were, you know, so like they've now since recovered. Like an original Batman from like the 90s in pristine condition can be a pretty pricey, endeavor, you know.
Yeah.
Depending what
And
issue.
yeah.
That's
It's not just any 90s Batman comic in pristine condition is worth money, you know what I'm saying?
no,
No,
no.
no, but
But
with the
it's
big
like,
push that oops, sorry. I did it again. Damn it, Juju. I'm sorry.
I don't know. You're the guest.
Oh no, no. I was just saying, like with the big push they're making on pushing the newer comics and everything, now's like the better time to buy the older comics. They're definitely pushing, like trying to come up with the newer stuff and, making the big push for the newer I'm sorry. I had it. I brain farted. The new the newer
Well, I
the new series of things. So a lot of people are focusing on what's coming out, what's new, and losing focus on the older stuff. So if you
yeah.
are into the older, now might be your time.
Oh, now it's.
Also follow us on whatnot.
Yeah, you already know what I'm saying. The link. If you're on YouTube, the link is below it. You know what I'm saying? The
I'm
link is
joking.
below.
I'm joking. That was a joking plug. I had to do it.
But no, I mean for real though, yeah, it's all about the type of collector who it is. Like definitely people I definitely think there's like a it's so weird. There's like a different corner of the market in comic books for everybody. You know, there's the
Yeah.
people who only buy comic books based off of whatever Marvel movie they're into. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like we've seen that. Like look what happened to Moon Knight #1. That like went fucking
Oh my
crazy
god.
when it came out. Like cuz I wanted to buy that book for so long and it was like when that show first came out, it was just fucking high as shit.
Yep.
'Cause it was the hot thing, the hot new thing, like it
And
was
it
the hot
seems
new
like
property.
they push whatever is about to come out. It seems like that's what they push. Like, all right, well, new
Yeah,
Spider-Man's coming out. We're gonna push Spider-Man now. We're all right. Moon Knight's coming out. We're gonna push Moon Knight now. Like, I don't know. They cycle through things. They haven't got this far for this long being dumb.
yeah,
I know, but I'm just talking about like every time a fucking Marvel movie comes out, it's just crazy that like these older books.
Yeah.
Oh, if you wanted to buy this, don't try and buy it when this movie releases. You wait a
Yep.
year though, I
Yeah.
guarantee you to
yeah.
drop a couple $100 or so.
Or if
I
people think
meant
the
like
movie sucked.
Oh yeah, if the
yeah.
movie
Oh yeah.
sucked. Movie sucked, you're probably golden.
Yeah.
That's what
Now's the
I'm.
time to buy Aquaman.
Well, that's like all these motherfuckers are buying the first appearance of Madam Web, and I'm like, yo, what are you gonna do when nobody wants this book because they realize Madam Web in the movie is nothing like the comic book one, like,
Yeah.
like,
And that's when the prices drop.
yeah, that's when I'll go pick one up,
Yeah. Yep.
just to have the key, just to have the
Yep.
key.
When they start hitting the 199, just swipe them.
It's when you see it. Nah, it's gonna be that book you see 8 viewers on whatnot, dollar start. It's 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, yo? Like, you just run it the
Uh,
fuck up.
The
Um,
fucking dollar bin for the fucking comic books.
no, I don't think it'll ever be in dollar bin, but like I think I think at some point it'll turn into like a $10-15 book for sure. Like maybe not, maybe I'm capping, but like I just think that movie's not gonna be good other than Sydney Sweeney or whatever. Like if
Yeah.
if she wasn't in that movie, I don't think I don't think anybody would give a shit other than what's her name, Dakota or whatever. Isn't that what her name is?
Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know her fucking name. That's what
I think that's who that is.
Oh,
Uh,
I I have a random one.
sure.
All right, so we can all pretty much agree that movies are usually worse than the books.
yeah.
Uh, can you guys think of a book that was worse than the movie?
But Juju might be better at this because he's read a
You
fuck
mean
ton of
like
novels.
comic book or novel?
Well, I guess you could go either way. I was leaning towards comic book, but if you have novel, that novel as well.
Okay, this is going to be a controversial answer, and Stephen King fans, please, 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 please understand where I'm coming from with this. Shining the novel did not ever have a psychological aspect to it. It was a straight paranormal story. Go to hotel is haunted. You're stuck in said hotel that is haunted. Everything that happened is paranormal. They had fucking hedge mazes that were coming to life and fucking like fire hoses like being like snakes and shit, which would have been cool to see in a horror sci-fi fantasy realm movie. But what Stanley Kubrick did with the simple fact that he took all the paranormal shit out of it and presented the question, is Jack actually crazy or is all of this shit real? Turn that movie into a fucking masterpiece.
Mm,
A masterpiece in horror. The only paranormal thing that happens in that movie is when Grady opens the pantry door to let Jack out.
yeah,
That is the only thing that happens.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I like it.
So like
I can get behind that one.
My answer for comic book, I don't think the movie was better. I think they did one thing better for the movie. Because in the comic book, I was a little lost. In Civil War, the comic book is great. I love it. But there's like this like like cloned fucking battle bot version of Thor they build that just like kills people. And I'm like, that would have been kind of gnarly to see on like the big screen. You go to the movies and Thor's just murking civilians, yo. And like like I till this day I gotta reread that book because I'm still kind of lost on like what the fuck that whole thing was. The rest of it was banging though. I was just like, huh? Like, and I just kept thinking like, cause I saw the movie first. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So like, it wasn't like I went into the movies like, okay, is this like fucking weird Thor story gonna be in here? But no, I went and read the book and was like, okay, this is adding up. I can see where they got a lot of it. Okay, whoa. Like, it was like somebody
Yeah.
pulled a pussy out on camera. Like, I was just taken back. I was like, whoa, man. That's not like a titty, not a butt cheek. That's a full blown clitoris. Like, we gotta chill. But it
God
wasn't.
damn.
It wasn't a clitoris. It was like a clone Thor. That was bad.
Alrighty. That's a decent comparison, I guess.
And that's like one of
Bros.
my it's like one of my best traits as a human being is my comparisons.
Don't I know it?
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, dudes. Uh, has anybody seen any of the what is that movie after The Shining? Mr.
Doctor Sleep.
Yeah, did you see that movie?
I I haven't. I keep saying that like I'm going to.
I watched it.
No, I don't really know if I really want to be honest with you.
Not a bad
Um,
movie. It's different, but it's not bad in any sense. Like, kind of out there. But if you smoke enough weed, you can get behind it. I think.
okay.
I kind of.
such,
I mean,
What were you gonna say?
such is life.
Yeah, like it's kind of the motto at this point. Smoke enough herb, you'll enjoy it. But I don't know. It wasn't like anything that I'd go home and be like, "Yo, you gotta watch this fucking movie."
it's
I
not
need
like The Shining where you're like, you gotta watch this fucking movie. you
no,
know?
for surely. I need to watch a movie like that soon. I haven't watched a movie in a while that's been like, "Holy shit, everybody has to watch this." You know what I mean? It's been a while.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have a hard time thinking of like a good movie that's come out recently that I would recommend to somebody. Like, Dune. Really, I liked it, but like, I wouldn't recommend that to somebody.
I
like,
recommend it to you, not John.
yeah. Um, no, like I recommend it to like somebody I actually think who would appreciate it, but I can't just be like, oh yeah, Dune was a great movie.
It is in its own
like,
sense, like
yeah,
I just don't think it's for everybody. I think it's a little bit of a slow burn as fuck.
yeah.
I know
Like okay,
John's more of a Rebel Moon guy. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
See that I would recommend somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna take it as a compliment. I don't, a rebel moon guy.
it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying like you prefer more action than you do them talking, I feel like.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let me put
Like
it to you this way:
dialogue is not your thing.
you're more of an aliens instead of alien. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, guys, so we all watched Prey together on Kick, correct? When we were on
yes.
Kick?
Fuck yeah, we did.
Yeah, so did you see what they're talking about doing? I'm
Oh,
kind of
what?
I'm
Way
kind
too?
yeah, like I'm scared but I'm hype. Cuz like it does it cuz I tweeted this. I said I'm a huge backer of Prey and I just want to say the movie ended on a great fucking note. Like
Yeah.
but excuse me, at the same time I'm kind of here to see them do it again, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, that was one of the things that they were like. One of the best things about Predator is you can literally drop him in any situation in any point in time, and it's going to be good.
Oh yeah.
no, 100%,
Well,
dude.
with the exception of Shane Black's Predator movie, that movie was kind of bad.
Which one was that?
Uh, it's the one that came after Predators.
Okay, I think I know which one you're talking about. Predators was good. We watched that one together, didn't we?
Yes.
That's because that one had
Yes.
the katana scene. That shit went hard as fuck.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's what I was gonna say to John's
Fucking
point. John's point
Adrian
is,
Brody.
well, did you know my buddy Kiggy? Shout out Kiggy, Kiggy underscore gaming, I believe on Twitch. He has read a bunch of books on the lore of Predator, and a lot of Predator, like a lot of the shit with Predator is like influenced by like samurai code and shit like that. So like it makes sense like at the end of Danny Glover's movie when he kills one of their leaders or whatever and he's like unarmed, they don't kill him. They like throw him the trophy and they take the body. And it was like,
Yeah.
yo, I now see it. You know what I mean? Like I see all the
Mhm.
like and when he fights that dude, the Yakuza guy in Predators, he goes toe to toe with him like a real G, yo. Like that was so I don't know. So I'm here for it. Like John said, like if it's not Prey, I want another movie like that though. I want a different time period. I want like a time period we've actually been through. You know what I mean? Like imagine like Cowboys. He's like fighting like a Red Dead
Yeah,
type
Oh
no,
my
dude.
motherfucker.
Dude, that's kind of the time period that they were in
In what?
because they're on the
Oh yeah,
frontier.
yeah.
It's
Okay,
like
so
almost kind of
Prey,
the
but the
Wild West. Yeah.
frontier, like Prey, but
Yeah.
frontier. That would be sick. That would be sick, dude. Just shooting fucking those little like pump action rifles and fucking whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that
Oh,
would be wild.
Yeah.
you just have some dude who's just gnarly with revolvers going toe to toe with his fucking like laser shit, yo. Like it could be so good. I'm so here. I'm so here for a Wild West fucking Predator. We
Hey, Randy, I got a pitch for you.
what is it?
We're gonna get the guy who did fucking Samurai Jack, Jenny Tartarovsky. Gonna do a Predator animated series where he's just going around hunting shit planet to planet. And like there could be like greater conflict or whatever, but for the most part, it's just like Samurai Jack. He's just hunting down these motherfuckers, fucking
Okay.
monsters and shit.
Okay.
Well,
Like,
okay, yeah, okay, I could be about it. That way, and the planet changes it up because Samurai,
Whoa.
because
you go from like a water planet to like a desert planet to like an ice planet to like wherever one with
oh,
civilization.
you know,
Predator is like a bounty hunter.
Yeah,
yeah, he's just fucking, or it's just kind of showing like Predator on like him, like just going like him exceeding or like progressing. Like you see, like like every planet he goes to is like a bigger foe or a
Oh,
deadlier
he's like
yeah,
fighter.
like a bigger
he's like
trophy. Like
What's
he's like
Johnny?
Goku.
Yes, he's literally like
He's like,
fucking
oh, I heard you can fight.
dude. You know it. You literally,
heard you can
yo.
fight.
I
Let's
heard you
go.
have hands by the slightest chance. I'm 5 years old. No. You said you had hands. I heard you on the playground. Kami! Just blast it. Yo, Dragon Ball Z aired like what, 89, 90 something?
Oh man, yeah,
So,
those late '80s.
way older than I am.
and that shit was on a cereal box this week, I saw. That's crazy. Goku's
Love
ass
it.
was on a cereal box this week. That is so
Love it.
crazy.
That's just it's just funny to me how like that shit just stays with you throughout your
Mhm.
like your entire fucking life.
If you
You
were
know,
if
like
you were to tell Juju to start Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, where would you tell him he should start as somebody who's never watched? Like if like just to get him hooked on it.
Oh shit, dude. That's a tough one because there's so much.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
and don't get
There's
me
like,
wrong, I watched it like when I would be like at a friend's house or whatever.
Like on
But
Toonami or
like I
some
never
shit.
watched it like yeah, I never watched it like consecutive episode like weekly. It was just like
Whenever
okay,
it
it's
came
on like
on.
yeah,
You're
it's
like,
like
okay,
Goku's
somebody's
fighting.
gonna be fighting. Let me sit down and
Yeah.
watch drag. I feel like that is where everybody
had no
has.
idea what they were fighting
yeah,
about or like what anything was
You
going
just knew it
on.
was
I
Dragon Ball, and you're like, yo,
yeah,
it's about to go down.
same
Go,
thing. Same thing
Vegeta,
kinda with
Goku,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
whoever's on screen. You're like, yo. I feel like that is where Dragon Ball has a lot of people's respect. Is that like, it like you said, it didn't really matter if you knew what was going on. If you were watching Cartoon Network or whatever, Toonami, you just knew, oh, Dragon Ball, like they're about to play like a fire episode. Hopefully they're not playing a filler episode, but like
yeah. Like half the time, nobody even meant to watch Dragon Ball when we started watching it. It was just like, oh well, this is on, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, what is this? Once you watch it, and that was pretty much what happened to me. And I think one of my favorite ones was like King Satan having Boo as his like servant or whatever. Well,
oh yeah.
he claims servant, but like Boo is actually way stronger than him, and he's just like feeding him and keeping him docile. Then he pisses him off, and Boo just goes off the fucking hinges and is like, "Yep, I'm killing all this shit now." That's
That
probably one of my favorites.
that was me with what the fuck is that show called? Inuyasha.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yep.
Dude, I was just watching Toonami And I was like, what the fuck is this? And like,
Yeah.
yeah, same deal,
Why?
dude.
Why does the dude have fox ears?
Literally though, yo, like what the fuck? And a sword? Okay, I'm here for it.
And you know the craziest thing about Toonami was at the same time they would play Hong Kong Phooey like right after. It's like what is
Yeah.
your algorithm here?
Yo, you're
It was
We
before they
got
could dump all
Gundam.
that shit on Boomerang.
Yeah, yeah. We got Gundam, Inuyasha, we got Bleach, Dragon Ball,
They
Dragon
did
Ball
have One
Z.
Piece on there.
Yes, they did for a while. I
I do
remember.
not remember that. That was probably
I remember the
after
bloopers.
I stopped watching it.
I'm pretty positive they had One Piece on there because there's like an
But that's
American edited like.
yeah, that's where I found out about Afro Samurai, and
Yo,
that was one of the first games I got for
X.
GameCube.
Oh, GameCube. Okay, I know it was on
Yeah,
Xbox too.
yeah, I had a GameCube like way back in the day, and I think one of the first games I got was Afro Samurai because I remember watching it
Dude,
on Toonami.
I was at this kid Devin's house. He was like in high school. He was like my sister's age, and I was like seventh, eighth grade. Went to his house, and like that was like the first time I got like really fucking high, like with like a like, you know what I mean? Staying the night at somebody's house, like getting stoned, and shit. And it wasn't the first time I got stoned, but like the first time I got stoned, like not smoking like in some woods or something, or actually first place I got high was behind Target up by the mall.
Oh, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But and then I used to smoke. I remember the second time was like allegedly by the Hebron Carnival a bunch. Um, but my point being, we were getting
That's
stoned,
where that's
yo.
that's that's where the funnel cake was. That's the best place to do it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Too bad we spent all our money on the weed. Um,
Wah
but
wah wah.
literally, bro. But I was at his house and he put he was like, "Yo, you want to play Afro Samurai?" I was like, "Play Afro Samurai." He was like, "Yeah, dude. Like, you don't know what it is?" I was, "Dude, no, I know what Afro Samurai is, but like, there's a game." Because I wasn't a big
Oh yeah.
gamer. Like, I only had like a PlayStation 2 and a 64. I had a GameCube, but like, I didn't play like I do now. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't aware that like all these like fire ass shows and shit had video games coming out. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I just knew about like Mario and Pokemon and GTA and Tony Hawk. Those are
Yeah.
my cues. Like, so I feel you on the Afro Samurai game connection because like I just thought it was sick as shit. I was stoned as fuck, just like, yo, you see me? I'm a samurai. Like,
I'm not outside hiding from the police. I get to play video games
yo,
instead. This is
literally,
great.
yo. And that was the first time I figured out what blackout curtains were, because he was like a goth kid, kinda. And like, I slept till like 4, and I was like, yo, this can happen. Like,
Yeah,
like what? You're a vampire, bro. Let me get some of
yeah.
these.
That's my problem now is that we have blackout curtains in every window of our house. So if we don't open the curtains, it looks like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. winter time every night over here.
Yeah,
Yo.
I don't have blackout curtains, and I kind of wish I did. I get real paranoid about windows at night. So like,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
I'm in a basement, allegedly.
Nah, you're in the mothership.
Somewhere in between Pluto.
I had an argument with my kid if Pluto was a planet or not.
Fuck does he know? You've been alive how long?
They're teaching them they're teaching them that there are 8 planets now, and I'm
Yeah,
like, well, that's wrong.
I know. Olivia said the same thing. She was like, "It's just a ball of gas," and just looked at her, and I was just like, "I want to talk to your teacher."
I'm a ball of gas.
First of all, it's a ball of ice.
Yeah, like I want to see some paperwork on this teacher that's
It's
telling me
ice
this shit.
gas. You're gonna pay me to go to space though.
Yeah. Fuck no. Fuck no.
At
I'm
this
either
point in my
space
life,
going.
I'm ready.
No. Mm,
Fuck no,
I don't
dude.
trust it.
Have to give me a FaceTime call, John.
Yeah,
I
I'm sure
tried
that
to
would.
go and visit the Titanic with the fucking video game controller, all right?
No,
Like, I'm
fuck
not
no.
trusting this shit.
Imagine you're about to go to space and somebody hands you like a fucking PS5 controller, and it's just like, here, this is what you got. I would just be like, yep,
Over.
alrighty then.
Overtime.
Seen this story before, my boys.
I look
So,
over and my co-pilot is one of those chimpanzees from the 80s.
yeah.
I was just like, well, fuck, here we go again.
Picking bugs out your ass.
It's like Bruce Willis and Don't Look Up. You don't even get off the launch pad.
We're just gonna cheers the banana and just fucking throw it back, dude. Just let it rip.
Oh god, yo. Yeah, boys, we're at 56 minutes, so it's about the wrap up point. I hate to cut this now. We were having some fun.
Uh,
You guys like what you
53. Whoop.
Huh?
No, I was just talking. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh,
Do your
you
thing.
good? I was gonna say, if you like what you heard, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you follow us on Twitch at BrainDeadXTV for Fridays and time. We're live doing a podcast. John's always in the chat. He's our top mod. So make sure you follow us everywhere else. You know what I mean? Cracking and getting at it. That being said, I appreciate you, John, coming through.
I appreciate you guys wasting your Fridays and Saturdays with me. This has been great for however long we've been doing this now. I wouldn't have it any other way, and there's nobody else I'd rather spend my time with than you guys. Sorry, family. Whenever you hear this.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'll play it at your funeral. But other than that, my boys, remember, never offended and always recommended, my dudes. Later.